Today's video is going to be a double feature. If you've seen videos before, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hopefully you'll like the content, but first we're going to start out with some liquid energy. I don't think the Dianoga water is going to cut it this morning, so we will get some Jawa juice. Jawa juice has been consumed, so let's get into these lamps. So I started working on the Twister one first, but had to wait on some components. So I started working on the Jurassic Park one. So we will go with Jurassic Park and start with that one first. Alright, so here we have the Jurassic Park VHS. As you can see, it is the letterbox edition. All original, left the VHS as the base. The gates are XPS foam with a little bit of EVA foam on these two tiers to add those tiers jutting out. And then the sconce, I guess, holders are also XPS foam, and ran the LEDs down through the XPS foam and tied those all together on both sides. The plants are the same technique I used on the speeder bike lamp, just two pieces of tape back to back on a wire, and then cut out all the leaves and then painted them, and then glued those down with some super glue, and then added a little bit of hot glue around them to make them a little bit more stable. Then the LEDs for the flames are yellow flickering, and then added super glued down some cotton and shaped those up to look like flames, and then painted the base yellow and a little bit of red highlights on those. In the tape are green 12-volt LEDs, one on each side. This side's a little bit brighter just because of the placement. This one, you can still see it in the dark a little bit. And then as far as the box, blacked out everything except for the Jurassic Park logo to kind of give that arch on the real gate where it says Jurassic Park and give that visual there. Yeah, that came out really nice. And then let's get to the Twister VHS. So for the Twister VHS, I knew I wanted to have the spinning tornado on it. Use the box, the VHS box, as the base, and built an internal box, hollow box for that to house the components for the motor and everything, and 3D printed the Dorothy machine and added blinking LEDs to that. They were still bright, they were orange LEDs. I had some red ones, but they were really bright, but these were orange. So I tried to diffuse them a little bit, painting over them with the red. Did several coats of that, but they're still kind of bright, but are dimmed down a little bit more. The motor is a little motor I got out of a toy, one of my son's old toys. Used a reduction module on the motor, but I got it slow enough, but it was not strong enough to keep the tornado going. It was stalling it out. So I added a reduction box because making it too slow, it would just stall out and not spin. But if it had more power, it would spin too fast. So I added the reduction box in there to where it would spin slow enough, but still have some torque to where it wouldn't stall out and stop spinning. And had all that set up and everything, but had to wait on the LED lights for the lightning. Ordered those from Evans Designs. I'll try to leave a link in the comments below. But they were compact module setup of 2 LEDs, one on each side, to simulate lightning. Could have gotten the speaker with it to give the thunder sound, but decided against that. And used a spare donor VHS to add the bottom of this. Just cut it to where it would seal up the bottom of that box so it still looked like it had a VHS in it. So with that being said, as far as the motor, it does make noise, unfortunately, which I'm not too happy about, but was kind of unavoidable. So here it is on. You can see the lightning effects, but you can also hear excuse me, hear the that motor and reduction box in there. But you can always just cough it up to the sound of the tornado. And then also have LEDs right here to highlight the title. And then of course had to add the cow. And you can see the lightning, it just randomly strobes. Reminds me of the Twister ride at Universal Studios. I was sad when they got rid of that. But yeah, that is it. Now we'll go on to some glamour shots. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it inspires you to make. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. Leave some comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.